why your home insurance premiums are skyrocketing and how to protect yourself. Many homeowners across the country are facing skyrocketing insurance premiums or worse, having their policies canceled or non-renewed. It's a frustrating and stressful situation, leaving many wondering, why is this happening? And what can you do if this happens to you? Why are insurance rates increasing? Without warning, millions of people are finding their insurance policies canceled or their premiums significantly higher. My friend Sarah, for instance, received an email saying her policy was canceled, and she called me asking what she could do. Now keep in mind, the Department of Insurance in most states require carriers to give 30 days notice. And you might think this is only happening in areas prone to hurricanes and wildfires, but this is not the case. Across the country, insurers are aggressively canceling policies or hiking rates. A recent Consumer Report survey found that 83% of long-term policy holders have seen increases in the last 5 years. The reasons for these changes are multifaceted. Rising costs, for example, healthcare costs have skyrocketed, construction costs have increased by 40% in the last 4 years, and weather disasters. Events like floods, wildfires, and hurricanes cost insurance companies $93 billion in 2023 alone. So what can you do if your insurance is canceled? If your policy is canceled, don't panic. Here are actionable steps to get back on track. Number 1, contact your insurer immediately. Ask why your policy isn't being renewed and if there's a way to reinstate it. It's possible, but unlikely they'll reinstate. Calling to find out might work, but they might not say anything meaningful, other than the risk no longer fits within the underwriting guidelines. Step 2, shop around for a new policy. Use independent insurance agents who work with multiple companies. They may know about smaller or regional insurers that offer adequate coverage. For example, my neighbor found a competitive rate with a smaller company that wasn't even on her radar. Number 3, consider FAIR plans as a last resort. FAIR stands for Fair Access to Insurance Requirement, and these plans are available in nearly 3 dozen states. While they are more expensive and they offer limited coverage, they're better than going without insurance. Number 4, request extra time. If you receive a cancellation notice, immediately contact your insurer and ask for an extension. While they're not required to grant, if you're a long-term customer, that might work in your favor. Let's talk about now some tips for navigating insurance challenges. To protect yourself and ensure that you have adequate coverage, keep these tips in mind. Check your coverage for increased home value. As home values rise, make sure your policy covers the current replacement cost. For example, if your home was insured at $300,000 but it's now worth $400,000 to rebuild, you need to adjust your policy accordingly. Next, understand policy exclusions. Review the exclusions page with your broker. For example, if your policy doesn't cover flood damage but you live in a flood-prone area, ask about an additional flood policy. Follow safety recommendations. If your insurer asks you to remove brush or trees near your home to reduce fire risk, do it promptly. This simple step can prevent you losing coverage. Next, document your valuables. Take a video of everything valuable in your home. Collect receipts and appraisals for high-ticket items. In the event of a disaster, this documentation will make the claims process much smoother. Facing rising premiums or cancellations is frustrating, but taking proactive steps now can make the difference. Start by understanding why it's happening, adjust your coverage where needed, and stay prepared to protect your home and financial future. Finally, I know these tips won't directly help our friends affected in Los Angeles, but I hope this video provides guidance for others.